Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Part 2 of our 11 video series covering ownership of a used Mercedes Benz product out of warranty. If you haven't checked out part 1, please do so. It'll help get you up to speed on the vehicle that we're talking about in particular and exactly what I'm trying to do with this video series. If you have already watched video 1, again, welcome back, and I'm glad to report that there's nothing newsworthy, nothing negative to report. The car's been great. I did some maintenance that I had talked about in the first video, and I will run through that with you right now. Okay, I will show you what these mounts look like side by side. Obviously the new mount on the right, old one on the left. What's really alarming about this is that I've kind of forced the new mount and the old mount back and forth in my hands, and they don't feel a lot different. So it's not real promising that this is going to get rid of all of that vibration that I have at idle, and it's not real severe, so if it cuts down on it, you know, almost eliminates it, I may just call it good. But I don't have a lot of faith that that's going to be the case, because like I said, they don't feel a lot different. It's not like the old one is just really loose in my hands and it's obviously bad. But I'll take you over and show you what it looks like underneath the car when you're halfway through this process. There's not a whole lot of room in my garage to work around, so I prefer to do things that require a lot of space, require me to move around a lot outside, and it's a gorgeous day today. It rained last night, it's nice and cool out this morning, so no worries there. And I know that I said that I was going to talk about some of the features that I like about this car in later videos, and we will do that, but one that I would like to point out at this point is the airmatic suspension. Not only is it extremely comfortable to drive and to ride in, but it also has a feature where you can push a button and it will automatically raise the suspension. I believe it's 0.8 inches, so almost an inch, for deep snow, to keep you from turning your car into a snow plow when the snow gets deep. But it also comes in really handy when you're doing things like this. Those ramps that it's on right now would not clear the air dam as it sat. These cars sit pretty low as they are with the factory suspension, but pushing that button raised it up just enough to where I could get those ramps underneath there, get it safely up on there and secured, and it gives me a little bit more room to work underneath there. But I'll show you what you're looking at here. You can see that's where the transmission mount goes. It's actually very easy to get to. Make sure, obviously, that you secure the transmission. I just used my aluminum jack and a 4x4 block just to kind of spread out that pressure along the transmission pan. You don't need to put much pressure on it. Just jack it up and just put enough pressure on it to where it doesn't fall whenever you remove the cross member, which is right there. But yeah, it's 4 bolts on each side of the cross member. It's 5 bolts that hold the mount to the cross member, and then 4 bolts that hold the mount to the transmission. So very, very easy. But we're going to get this new one in and see if it makes any difference at all. Okay, as you can see, I finished just in time to avoid getting wet. But the job is done, and I'm happy to report that the vibration is eliminated. So any of you that are considering buying one of these cars, or maybe already have one of these cars, W212 chassis, and you're watching this video and you've got a little bit of a vibration at idle, it's normal for these mounts between 75 and 100,000 miles to start needing replaced. They are a sophisticated mount. vibration reducing mount, so they don't last a long time, but they do a really good job of keeping the car vibration free at idle. And this is where I was picking up some of that vibration at idle with the car in gear and sitting at stoplights and stuff like that. So the first thing I wanted to do was replace the cheapest and easiest mount of the three, and that is on the transmission side. I believe I paid $68 for it off eBay, and it is the high quality OEM replacement made by Cortico, and it's about the best you can get on the market, and they're very inexpensive, and this is a really easy job to do. So even if you're a beginner and you're kind of new to auto repair and maintenance, this is a job that I believe most anybody can do. The hardest part literally is just getting the car up and secured. Once you have access to the transmission cross member and that mount, it's very, very easy. It took me probably a little less than an hour, and I stopped to kind of shoot a couple of videos for you guys and let you know how everything was going. But I was worried, as I said, that this mount did not feel a lot different than the old one, but it shows what I know, because it has eliminated that slight vibration or shake that I had. And I'm going to just go ahead and call this good, and that part of the car is repaired, and I'm not going to worry about the two main engine mounts because they seem to be performing just fine. Obviously, sitting here idling with my camera phone on, you wouldn't be able to pick it up even when the bad mount was in there, but I just thought I'd go ahead and report to you that it has seemed to completely eliminate the problem. So we're going to call that good. Okay, so that's how that went. A lot better than I thought it would, judging by the old mount compared to the new mount. Didn't look real promising. Made a huge improvement. Now, I will say I'm probably going to go ahead and replace the main two engine mounts anyway. I probably just won't do it as soon as I would had that not repaired the problem. Because of age and mileage, vibration, these engine mounts do deteriorate. They have rubber in them, and they will tend to wear out due to both time and wear and tear because of the vibration from mileage. So it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do it before I have problems with them. But we'll get to that in a later video. I'm not real concerned with it right now because as it stands right now, the engine mounts seem to be performing just fine. So we'll get to that in a later video. I also did schedule my transmission service that unfortunately I'm unable to do without the Star computer. They were backed up a little bit too far, so I haven't been able to get in there yet, but it is scheduled, so that'll get done. I did go ahead and change the engine oil and filter, mainly because I didn't like the way that it looked. The dealer that I bought it from said that it was changed, couldn't really tell me any information about it, what oil they used, didn't have any receipts on it, which I thought was strange, and the oil didn't look incredibly dark, but it just didn't look like it had recently been changed. Just for my own peace of mind, I went ahead and changed it out. I used a MAN German filter, changed the O-rings, and I used Mobil 1 synthetic 0W40, the European formula, whatever that is, but it's what a lot of people use for Mercedes Benz engines, so good enough for me. So that's really all that I have to report. I still love it. There are some things that I'm still learning about this car. There are some things that I still discover here and there, but I'm going to try to touch on all those things in later videos. I know we spent a lot of time talking about the transmission mount with this video, so I won't go into all that right now. Remember, we're going to have 11 videos, and this is just the second one, so let's worry about that in a later video. I don't want to stretch these out and make them over 15, 20 minutes. I'd like to try to keep from boring you guys as much as possible. But as it stands right now, I still love it. Nothing major to report other than the routine maintenance that I wanted to take care of. And yeah, we're going to get the transmission serviced. It's not acting up or anything. It's just part of routine maintenance, about every 40,000 miles or so. So we're going to get that taken care of. And yeah, I will see you back in a month.